actual crying, screaming, and throwing up does indeed take place in this video. Enjoy! Let's take a detour because I want to talk about Daisy Haites. That's what I want this video to be. I said in my last video that I was going to be doing a little bit of a reset with me, refresh for a new job, get my life together type situation. And honestly, like, as I was doing it, I was slightly uninspired and I was like, I don't know that this is that interesting. And I sort of broadened it and I was like, let's make it just a days in my life vlog with the focus of resetting and refreshing for a new job, all that. But then I was like, it's still not hitting, and this is all I want to talk about. And so I sort of started incorporating that into this vlog, and I was like, or into that vlog, and I was like, no, let's just do a reading vlog. And I know that this has been out for a while, but I gave Magnolia Parks a 3 stars, but for some reason, the drama at the end of that book really just, something was pulling me in. I was like, I kind of need to continue the series. I don't know why, but because like usually if a rating is not super high, I'm like, we're not going to continue. We're just going to move on to bigger and better things. But there was something about it. And Daisy Haites is starting to make me understand what that something is. And I think I'm going to be obsessed with this series. And I just sort of want to document that journey. So I'm on chapter 21. I'm going to read for a bit. And I will update you guys as I go. I'm going to try to read as much as I can in the next like 2 days and hope I can finish it. So yeah, let's do it. So basically from the beginning, what I can say is this is my first like mafia type romance. And I will say getting used to how the characters talk to each other and like treat each other has been a little bit hard because I don't necessarily particularly like any of the characters a whole lot. I just find them interesting and I just find them almost a little bit fantastical. Obviously this isn't fantasy, but it's so almost unreal in a way, given that these people are like a part of the British crime empire. Like, it just doesn't feel real. So I'm like, yeah, it makes sense that they would treat each other this way and talk to each other this way because these people are kind of already primed to be crazy, so their love lives are probably crazy. That being said, a few things that I've noticed so far that I will say about Daisy Haites' books in general, or like the books from Magnolia Parks series in general, are the fact that when I like go to read the text messages that are in these chapters, sometimes, and y'all tell me if you're watching this, if I'm missing something or this is correct, sometimes I feel like who the text messages are to and from aren't correlating with what the chapter I just read was. So like, sometimes I'll read, like, I felt like I just read a chapter like in one of the 20s, like early 20s, where it was like Christian and Daisy texting, but it was like at the end of a Julian chapter, or what was it? It was a Julian chapter, and it shows text messages between Daisy and Christian. And I'm like, how does that make sense? Right? Yeah, that to me, that part's not adding up. I feel like that happens sometimes, and I don't know. But another thing I noticed is that I find it really weird that Daisy is so open about her sex life in front of her brother. That to me is just so strange. It's almost like cringe. Every time I read Daisy make these comments in front of her brother, I cringe a bit because I'm like, girl, that has some dignity. That's kind of weird, bro. But the type of people these are, I don't really think that they care very much. So these books are really interesting in the sense that it's a lot of like dialogue and not a lot of plot. That's something to get used to. Like, there's not a whole lot always necessarily going on. I will say that Daisy and the guys just arrived to Italy, so now she's sleeping in the same bed as her ex-boyfriend. It's just toxic because she's in love with Christian. Now Christian's falling in love with her, but Christian's also in love with Magnolia. And Daisy is sort of like, okay, screw Christian, I want to kind of mess around with my ex. And also there's like this cop that she's interested in. Like, she's just a big flirt. Like, and there's a lot of guys and they're all obsessed with her. And Christian's just having his way with her, I guess, but is like pretty much falling for her at this point. Yeah, I don't really know where it's gonna go. So if the ending is anything like Magnolia Parks, like, I don't know what's about to happen. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Christian just admitted to having feelings for Daisy, and I should mention that all of these people are sleeping together. Like, he's an F-boy. Like, not all these people are sleeping together at once, but like, everyone in this book is intertwined for the most part. So she went on this trip to Italy because he went on a trip to Prague and was like bragging about the fact that he got with other girls. So she was like, I'm jealous, now I'm gonna go get on my jet and go to Italy. So now he's eating at an Italian restaurant with a few of their friends that are not in Italy. They're back in the UK. And they're like, if you don't have feelings for her, kiss Tora, which I guess he's already made out with Tora. So it's like, all these people are messy. So anyways, he was like, I guess not able to bring himself to do it. And he's like, I've got feelings for her. These people are crazy. So Jonah's like, yo, well, she's in Italy with her ex, bro. And Christian's like, what? Okay, Jonah continues, and he's like, they kind of look like they're together. These people are these people are nothing but messy, y'all. Okay, so I'm back. My hair looks a little different because I got a haircut. So it's also a little spiky. Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading, but basically seeing firsthand how Daisy's always in danger is really interesting. And then she has a special connection to her ex-boyfriend because he's like saved her a bunch of times. Then also in this chapter learned a little bit more about her backstory and what happened with her parents and the traumas that she's induced. So that's kind of interesting and adds another layer to the story, which I feel like is helpful. Yeah. Keep seeing what happens, so. Okay, this is an impromptu alert. I was not gonna check back in until tomorrow. You guys. You guys. I started this video because I was like, I sense something happening to me here. And it only keeps growing as time goes on. I think I'm about to have a new obsession, like a whole new fixation. I am becoming obsessed with this book. You guys. Okay, and I need to tell you, like, it only grows when you find the music that hits with the book so freaking hard. Let me tell you what, I freaking love Tate McRae, okay? I love her music. I love her. Her music is freaking bomb. She's freaking fire. Her moves are freaking sick. I love Tate McRae. And her whole entire... I was sitting there reading this and I was listening to like a Daisy Haites playlist and I was like, what the hell am I doing right now? I was like, I need to put on Think Later by Tate McRae right now, start to finish. And the whole album hits so freaking hard with this book, you guys. And that album is like newer than this book, obviously. So none of the playlists have Tate McRae music on it. But if I need to create a whole new Magnolia Parks universe with Tate McRae's album in there and all of Tate McRae's music, I will do it. I will do it. Don't care if I'm late to the parties. I think I said this earlier where I was like, I don't really like the characters. I don't need to like characters. That's one thing about me. I don't need to like them. Give me some unlikable ass mofos. I don't care. This is like my live obsession being created. I was sitting there with the urge to make fan edits. I was like, no. The only other time I've had that is with 7 Year Slip. I don't get the urge to do stuff like that. And I was like, no, I need to sit down. I need to create an aesthetic with this. I need to put freaking Tate McRae's music behind the aesthetics I create with this. And then I was sitting there like, I need movies, I need content, I need shows. And then I remembered they're making a show for Magnolia Parks. And I was like, I will eat that up. And I'm probably gonna buy the original covers and I'm probably gonna buy the rest of the series, and it's probably gonna be my main priority to finish reading this entire series. I don't become obsessed with stuff easily. I don't. I'm kind of a harsh critic. My fixations include like drinks and sweet things, and then I wean off and then develop a new fixation to something like a new drink or a new sweet thing. And as far as media goes, like obsessions, I think like Love Island season 5 through 7. And then like this feels that strong. Okay, I do become very like invested in music as well, not the artists necessarily. That's a little bit harder for me to become invested in. So like I can sit here and say I like Taylor Swift, but I'm not really invested in Miss Taylor Swift. Like I like her, she's cool, not really invested in her as a person. Why am I getting off on this tangent? I'm just saying that to say I don't fangirl very hard a lot. Like I can love the art, I don't become obsessed with the artists. Well, I'm obsessed with this book. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so excited right now. I'm so happy right now. I could cry. I'm obsessed with this. I think my audiobook hours on Spotify just renewed tonight. Like just renewed. So I think I'm gonna listen to a good bit of this on audiobook. My only gripe is this happened to my Magnolia Parks covers and like the spines, but like they peel. So I didn't buy this like this, and the cover's already like coming off and you can see like the white. So I'm like, you know what, maybe let's buy the OG covers. I was on the fence because I was like, do I want to do that? Because the 4 of them come together in an Amazon pack, and then of course I'd get the 5th one. But it's a little pricey. It's a little pricey. I mean, we're looking at like 20 something a pop. And I already have the first 2, but obviously I'd want the whole thing. I don't want mismatchy covers. So, well, that's on my radar. I say that to say that's on my radar. Obsessed. Obsessed. I bought a film camera, a 35mm. I got the film and the batteries coming tomorrow. I got it from eBay. It looks like it's in mint condition. Looks beautiful. It was only like $50 something. I'm excited to start using it. What I do become fixated with usually is hobbies. I'm what they call a hobby hoarder. And sometimes that leads to a little bit of buyer's remorse occasionally, but hopefully I get use out of this bad boy. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you guys. I will check in tomorrow. We're on chapter 37, and basically Christian and Daisy, they're both into each other now. Obviously they're like in love with each other now. They keep missing each other, miscommunication, and then I think, who was it? Jonah just literally told Christian, yo, why don't you just tell her that you like her? Because I think Christian came out and like admitted it, basically. I'm also at the part in the book where the Magnolia and BJ storyline is crossing, like from the Magnolia Parks book, is now crossing over with this pretty heavily, where I can remember, like, okay, I remember that happening in Magnolia Parks, so like now I'm tracking, like it's really the same timeline, and I'm there. I'm getting the timeline. I still have a little bit of trouble with some of the characters. I'm like, wait, who is that again? Who is that? Like, just a little bit, but I'm getting there. The dynamic in here, toxic. You know what's funny is that the media that I do become obsessed with, oh, I really loved Gossip Girl. Oh, that's what we need to talk about. Freaking Chuck Bass. You know what? At first when people were like, this is giving Gossip Girl, I was like, I don't get it. I kind of get it. Like, it was, like, I kind of understand. Like, it reminds me a little bit of the Chuck and Blair storyline. Not so much the Serena and Dan or whatever, but like Chuck and Blair and a little bit of Nate and that whole storyline. I get it a little bit. They're a lot more toxic. But like, I loved Chuck Bass. That's problematic, I know. Don't come for me. When I was younger, I loved Chuck Bass. Loved the whole drama of Gossip Girl. So I think when it comes to me and like shows and movies, and even books too, I'm like, give me the drama, dude. Or what are we doing? That explains a lot. Like, that explains my interest in like celebrity tea. Anyways. Okay. We'll check in tomorrow. We'll see how far I get. Who knows? I might check in again tonight. Okay, I'm back. Good afternoon. It is 1:30. I just took my dog on a walk and I've been listening to the Daisy Haites audiobook all morning. The audiobook is sort of overstimulating for some reason. I really like Christian's voice actor. I think he's really good. Daisy's voice isn't really how I pictured, which isn't that big of a deal to me, but it's, for some reason, it's overstimulating. I think because the way that they talk is just, these people are toxic, so I'm like, oh gosh. But that's actually kind of funny for me to say, because like, I don't get overstimulated with like Love Island. I don't know why I'm comparing the two, maybe because they're like from the UK, kind of just like a bunch of drama, but for some reason the audiobook, I was just like, I don't know why this is a lot for me right now. Maybe also because it's like the morning. It's not the morning, I just said it's 1:30. But I'm on chapter 66. Daisy and Christian have gotten together, broken up again, and they're both sleeping with other people to spite each other, and Daisy is sleeping with her ex-boyfriend that's in love with her, who they have a trauma bond, and she's not really feeling that attached to him anymore though. Christian's put Magnolia in her place and is like, I'm not in love with you anymore, or like, you can't make me love you anymore. And Christian tried to reconcile things with Daisy. She's not having it. Christian and Romeo got in a huge fight, which is Daisy's ex. So that's where we're at, and Daisy is just like falling apart, I feel like. I mean, they're both falling apart, let's be real. I'm in a home stretch. I'm honestly gonna just try to sit down and finish this. I'm gonna try to finish this, and then after this, honestly, I'm probably gonna try to listen to something like happy or like wholesome, or finish the nonfiction book that I'm reading. It's kind of funny because like, I never really felt like that, where like, oh, I need to have like a palate cleanser. I definitely feel that with this. It's just a lot going on. I don't know. Yeah, definitely need a palate cleanser. And then in a few books from now, I'll probably buy the box set of the OG covers. I can't wink. I'll probably buy the OG covers, and then I'll move on to the third book. And then read a few more books in between, if it's as toxic as this, and move on to the fourth book. And then, when does the fifth book come out? It comes out February 13th. So I'm like semi on track. Okay. Oh my gosh, wait. It's picking up from the drama, where the drama in Magnolia Parks ended now. And I've been dying to know what's like gonna go on with that, so this is good. I didn't really think that they were gonna broach this subject, so. Like Magnolia. Daisy's annoying too, but for some reason I just really find Magnolia insufferable. Like, why is the attention on her so much? Like, why is everybody obsessed with her? Like, the power she holds, I find it strange. I believe that there's probably people out there like that, but I just don't think that there should be. I don't know. I feel like I'm bringing a very different energy today regarding this book. I'm still enjoying it and I'm still having fun. Yesterday I was freaking out, but I'm only 10 chapters away from being done. So I'm like, I'm trying to get it done. I'm trying to read it all today and just finish it. Because realistically, I mean, another 60 pages should take me another hour and 10 minutes, I want to say, but I don't know what it is. I am feeling bogged down. I think the toxicity is getting to me. I said that in the last clip. Or maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm just forcing myself to do something I don't feel like doing right now. My question is, like, how is Julian and his whole squad not in jail? Because he beat this man Declan to a pulp. I'm not laughing at that. This man beat his second in command to a pulp because he was canoodling with his sister Daisy, right? The gang lord Julian beat his second in command. And the cop shows up and is like, I'm investigating your brother. And Miguel's there freaking threatening to kill the cop Tiller. Isn't that grounds enough to arrest some of these people? The fact that they are threatening the cop? He doesn't have enough info to prove that these guys are stealing high art, okay? But I don't know. I'm starting to feel sick. Maybe I haven't eaten enough. I really want to finish this. I might need to take a break. I really do though. Should I just like binge the audiobook? What do I do, y'all? The audiobook's gonna take me longer. I don't know what to do. I'll just try to keep going. ends from Magnolia's point of view and like where she's at right now with Tom and BJ, and then she just met this new guy named Rush. So honestly, the ending wasn't as dramatic as Magnolia Parks' ending, but overall I feel like this book was a lot better than Magnolia Parks. I only gave Magnolia Parks a 3, like a 3 point something, and I feel like the ending made it better. This, I think I'd give this like a 4.25 right now. I know that's kind of like quick to say. I feel like I can make my ratings pretty fast though. If it changes, I'll let you guys know, but definitely excited to read the next one. I do need a detox from this though, because I feel like it was just, these are long, you know, like these are long books. If it was like 100 pages less, I don't feel like I'd be feeling the way I'm feeling right now, but I just felt like I binged it and it was a lot to take in, and it just took several hours, and it was just kind of crazy. So I don't know though. That's all I really have to say right now. That's all I really have to say right now. Like, I don't have a lot of predictions for what's gonna happen in the next books. Like, I really don't know what direction she's gonna take it in. The author, I mean, Jessa. So I don't know, I guess I'll keep you guys posted. Maybe if this was fun, I'll do a video for the other books in the series. We'll see. Cool. I feel like the climax of the way that I felt for this book was in the middle. The end was decent. Things played out more with the storyline involving Julian and their whole business, and I wasn't necessarily shocked by it. It was good, but I wasn't like shocked the way I was with Magnolia Parks. So, okay, that's really all. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you thought of these books. Let me know if you want to see more of this. But yeah, thanks for coming along the journey with me. I will see you guys soon. Bye.